Yo, what's up guys? I'm back in the car. My last video, the sodium one, I made it yesterday. So if you're watching this right now, go check out the sodium one after this. I dropped some good knowledge in there. But I tried to make it more informational, more professional, and it felt too weird. It just felt too stiff and rigid, and I like the casual aspect of being in the car and talking with y'all. Because I want to be cool. Like I just want to be friends. I don't want to be a lecturer to you guys, right? So I think I'm gonna stick back in the car, but at least now I got my tripod in here, so I'm not moving the camera all around everywhere. And we'll see how I like this one. But yeah, if you don't know me, I'm Ryan. I do health optimization. I'm just trying to help you become the best version of yourself, help you feel amazing. And today I wanted to talk with y'all a little bit about cutting weights. I know a lot of people have this problem where they say they feel like they're eating so little and they're still not losing any weight, right? And I'm sure y'all have heard someone say this before. Maybe this is you, in which case this video should help you a lot. So I just wanted to go through all the things I would do if a client came to me with these issues, and all the stops I would pull in order to get to the root cause of the problem. Hope y'all find this interesting. Hope you'll get some good information out of this. And yeah, let's get started. So I'll go from like the most simple thing, kind of like the most obvious to least obvious solutions. So the first thing, let me have some water first. The first thing I would do is check their calories. I would check what they're actually eating, right? So I like Chronometer. You could use MyFitnessPal, whatever. I like to see that they're even tracking their food in the first place. So they're tracking it, okay, and then are they tracking it accurately? Are they weighing everything out? You know, because I feel like a lot of the time you could just find out that they're actually just eating like maintenance calories when they thought they were eating so little, and that's why they're not actually gaining any weight, and then they wonder like why they're not losing weight, right? Crazy concept. But yeah, they're just not actually eating enough, or not eating little enough, right? So that's what I would do first. That's like the easy one. Next, also easy, is are they training? Are they doing some kind of weightlifting, weight training? That's gonna help you keep on muscle if you didn't know that while you're cutting. So definitely push the weights as hard as you can. You probably won't get stronger on a cut, but you need to push the weights so that you can actually keep the muscle that you do have. I also like to do some cardio in there for sure. This is one of the strategy I use. So if we're doing like a 500 calorie deficit, I'm doing this with one of my clients right now, and she wanted to go on a cut. So I said, okay, let's say she's on a 400 calorie deficit. I just had her do an extra 100 calories of on the treadmill or some kind of cardio, walking, incline treadmill, jump rope, whatever. 100 calories extra of that a day, right? So now instead of cutting 400 calories from her diet, we only have to do 300 calories because she's burning an extra 100 from exercise. And you could do this all kinds of ways. You could burn 200 extra calories a day and only cut 300 calories from your diet, right? So that's what I like to do there. So make sure you're exercising, right? So that's number 2. Number 3 is sleep. So you actually burn the most fat when you're asleep. I don't know if a lot of people know that. You burn about 70% fat when you're asleep, and that's higher than you could ever burn during any time in the day. So no matter what kind of exercise you're doing, you're never gonna burn 70% fat. It doesn't really matter what fuel you're using for energy while you're working out. It doesn't actually matter what fuel you're using for energy while you're working out, because if you're in a deficit, you'll lose fat anyways. So don't let them tell you that. Like if you're doing intense zone 5 cardio and you're burning only carbohydrates, but if you're in a deficit, your fat will get used to refill the glycogen stores in your muscles. So you can do any kind of exercise in a deficit and you'll lose weight. So let's clear that myth. But anyways, sleep is huge. You burn a lot of fat while you're asleep. It also helps you maintain your muscle mass. So prioritizing sleep, 7.5 to 9 hours a night. That's also a big problem you run into when you have people in too deep of a deficit. So if you're in such an aggressive cut, such an aggressive deficit that you're actually having like interrupted sleep and bad sleep in general, that's gonna interrupt how much fat you're burning in your sleep, and it's just counterproductive because you're cutting calories, but you're not even getting enough sleep to burn the fat, and you end up burning like muscle or your muscle glycogen. So anyway, sleep, and then kind of secondary to tack on to sleep is stress, because if you're stressed, you're gonna be getting worse sleep. It's also gonna mess up your body's ability to, well, it increases your body's ability to break down your muscle glycogen for energy instead of your fat. So you need to make sure that you're not stressed out, and that will also help you sleep better consequentially. Then if you're doing all those things, right, which I feel like maybe you might be doing, right? Maybe you're not doing all those things, but once you have all those things done, you're still not losing weight. Okay, now we got to dig a little bit deeper. We got to put the detective cap on, right? And I would be thinking there, thyroid, right? If you didn't know, thyroid hormone from your thyroid is what regulates your metabolism almost entirely, right? So what the thyroid hormone does, it activates hormone sensitive lipase, and that's what breaks down your fat, right? It stimulates lipolysis, the breakdown of fat from your fat cells in your adipose tissue, right? So you need to have that thyroid to do that. You also need thyroid for muscle accretion, so putting on mass, and that acts synergistically with growth hormone. So if you're like a teenager watching this, you're going through puberty, you got high growth hormone, but you got low thyroid, you're significantly decreasing the gains that you can make and the growth rate that you can follow. So you need to make sure that we're getting thyroid hormone. How do we do that? I'm going to give you a bit of a crash course in the thyroid physiology. So in your thyroid hormone, you release, okay, let me start from the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland, releases TSH. TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone. It stimulates your thyroid to release the T4 and T3. T3 is the active thyroid hormone, right? Your thyroid produces mostly T4, which is the inactive hormone. And then the T4 goes to your liver, and that's when it's converted to the active form. So how do we optimize this, right? It starts with 3 essential nutrients that you absolutely need. I recommend all my clients put these in their macronutrients, their micronutrients and chronometer, so that I know they're hitting these goals. But it starts with iodine. I think a lot of people know that. So you need iodine to synthesize T4 in your thyroid. You can just get that from iodized salt, is the simplest way. Just season everything like normal. You don't have to measure out how much iodine really. Just season your food with iodized salt. You'll definitely be getting enough. Next will be tyrosine, which is a protein. It's found in all of the meat products. So if you didn't know, meat products contain all of the essential amino acids. See, there's 9 essential amino acids, and they're all present in meat products, not in plant products. So this is a little bit more harder if you're vegan or vegetarian. You're gonna have to do some research on proteins rich in tyrosine. But if you're eating meat products, so meat, chicken, fish, eggs, dairy, you're definitely gonna be getting enough tyrosine as long as you're eating roughly 80% of your weight in grams of protein a day. You should be fine with tyrosine. So that iodine and the tyrosine, they form together your T4 hormone. So the T4 is going to go down to your liver, and then it's converted to T3. And guess what does that? That's going to be that 3rd essential nutrient is selenium. Selenium is going to convert the T4 into T3. You can get selenium through a supplement. You can take selenium supplements. Brazil nuts actually have like the highest concentration of selenium as any other thing, like any other one item. So I would recommend a few Brazil nuts a day, and that'll do the job for you really there. So now you're having that T4 production in your thyroid, and you're having the conversion to the active T3 in your liver. And I would definitely recommend that you go to your doctor and get a blood test for all this. So get your TSH, get your T4 and T3. And then also you're gonna wanna check your thyroid antibodies. That's another thing that causes thyroid autoimmune diseases. So things like gluten, soy, lactose, the structure of those are very similar to the molecules in your thyroid, so that when your body senses those in your gut, you might have a sensitivity to them, like a mild allergy, and then that's what's causing your own cells to attack your own thyroid as well. So if you cut those out, you might see improved thyroid synthesis as well. Definitely get that checked with your doctor though. And then just kind of a follow-up thing is, if you've been cutting for a while, you've been in a deficit for a while. I had another client come in with this, and she had said that, you know, she's been losing weight. She's been losing like 4 pounds a month, and now she suddenly started only losing 2 pounds a month and is slowing down. What does she do? And to that, I would say, let's go back to maintenance. This is what I told her. Let's go back to maintenance calories for 2 weeks, because your metabolism is starting to adjust to how low of amount of calories that you're eating. So it's starting to slow down and it's starting to adjust, and you're not going to be losing weight at that low amount of calories anymore. Go back to maintenance and keep training hard, which she does. She trains about like 5-6 days a week, so she's doing her due diligence right there. Just go back to maintenance, train hard, and then we'll go back to deficit in about 2 weeks, and she'll see some results there. But yeah, so those are all the stops I will pull out. So make sure you actually track what you're truly eating. Make sure you're training, sleeping well, managing your stress levels through breathing exercises. I could go into a little bit about that in another video. Managing those stress levels. I like to do breathing exercises. I like NSDR for those, is like a non-sleep deep rest. I learned that from Andrew Huberman. I love his podcast. I feel like he is super knowledgeable, and he always has these smart guests on there to talk about what they know. Just everyone's an expert, right? And I love getting all that knowledge from them. So NSDR is what I like to do. It's like a kind of like a nap. Makes you wake up feeling refreshed, helps you take your mind off whatever you're thinking about. Manage all those things. Manage your thyroid. Make sure that you're not in an extended cut, so no longer than 12 weeks. I would say 8 to 12 weeks is about as long as you should go at a time, and then take maintenance for a little bit, and then you could continue if you choose to do that. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informational. Go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe, share this, turn on the notifications. And if y'all are interested in working with me directly, go ahead and click the link in my description. Set up your first consultation call with me on my health optimization program. Basically, I'll help you do your diet analysis. You'll get a month of your nutrition planning, and then we'll discuss things like sleep, hormone optimization, training, and you'll also get 24/7 access to me through WhatsApp, so you can just message me whenever, ask me whatever questions you have, continuing advice going forward. And yeah, so let me know if y'all have any other ideas for videos that you want to see, and I'll catch y'all next time.